So I've wired the first 4 injectors. Just changed the GoPro view to narrow just so it zooms in. So these crimps, I started using one of the cable crimper things, but it's a pain in the ass. My pliers have a crimper here. A lot of people are probably going to hate this, using that. I'm Sparky by trade. I use that all the time on crimps at work. That's 230 volt, 415 volt. Never an issue. I'm going to test with a multimeter anyway before I plug it in to make sure there's good continuity. There's low resistance along the whole thing. I don't see an issue with it. So yeah, it's just a crimp, and then I've got a bit of heat shrink. And I'm going to heat shrink over. Rubber's taken the heat gun, so it's not here, can't use that. And a cigarette lighter ran out last night, so I've been using the little burner on the side of the barbecue. So I'll do that, try not to burn the wires. Yeah, and I'll come back once that's done and continue on. Although the only reason why I've done 4 is with the link harnesses. On plug A you have injectors 1 to 4, and on plug B you have injectors 5 to 6. Obviously I'll only be using 5 and 6 because it's a 6-cylinder car and I've only got a single injector per cylinder. Injector 7 and 8 I'll be repurposing for the radiator fan low and high speed. So I'll be wiring it into them and changing it in the software to do so. Anyway, I'm going to stop the video here. I'm going to go heat shrink these down on the barbecue, and I'll get back and get straight back into a time lapse. Alright, so just heat shrink those. This small shit shrinks down really quickly. Yeah, looks alright. Just going to continue on wiring. I'm probably going to save these last 2 injectors for when I start on the B loom. Well, I'm just going to have 2 big looms lying around, just make it difficult and annoying. But for now, what I might do is for these 2 here that I had pre-made up, I'll put these on them so I know. Injector 8 is brown and purple, which is this one. Injector 7 is brown blue, and then it should be brown and green, and then brown and yellow. These 2. I just got to quickly run and check if these fit. LS1 coils, these were pre-terminated. So fit LS3 coils. My brother's got a set lying around, so I'm just going to quickly test them because I might use them to get the car going, and then I'll upgrade to the IG and 1As later on. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, so these are completely fucking different to LS1. I'm going to have to find a set of LS3, or if the price is similar, I'll just go straight to IGN 1As. And alright, so a bit has happened since I was last on camera, but at the same time not much. The only things I've got crimped still is the 4 injectors, but while I was starting to do stuff, I thought I better get the length of where everything ends up going into the car. So I ran the injector plugs in. This bit of tape here identifies where it will go through the firewall. So then for the next sort of sensors, somewhere along here that I need to wire in. For example, like the AC control, I can see here that the way I want to loom it, this is where I go for a file, and I've got this much cable, so I can, in a sense, run it like this. I can see, yep, that's plenty of length there. This one can be terminated. That's how I'm going to do it, because this harness here that I got, which is cheating, obviously I was going to have to rerun everything or use an old Ecotech loom, but my engine builder had this harness, like I was saying in the other video, the first one that was on his car actually came from an L67, so a few things at different spots, like the IAC, the TPS, the inlet temp, there's a few things like that, all different routing, so with different lengths. A couple are going to be short, which I'm going to extend, which is fine. I just wanted to find that out before. Like, for example, here we have a TPS and the idle air controller. So this one here, you can see this here is where I can go for a firewall. These fall a little bit short, which is fine. I could stretch it like this, but will it reach in the car to loom nicely? I'm not sure. So at least I know I've got to extend these a little bit. Before I was also doing a little research of how to wire in the coolant temp and whatnot, and like an idiot didn't even realise that I printed it out and it stays still here. So I'm going to size those up, the intake temp and the coolant temp sensor, get them the size, see if I need to extend them or whatnot, wire them in, heat shrink them. Yeah, so I'm going to whack you guys back on a time lapse and get that done. Alright, I'm going to end this one here. I've started looming some cables in, started terminating as well. The main bit of this video is just getting the lengths, which I've got here. I'm going to add some sleeve on, which I've got some heat shrink here to join over, but I'm not going to do this over a you call it the fire. I'll wait till I get the heat gun back just because of this, don't want it to burn. So basically this tape joint here is where it goes through the firewall. And then I've had to extend a couple wires which is joins, not this one, Got another one, what do we call it? Right here, there's some joins of them running through. This one here is for the idle air control and TPS. These will have to be extended, which I'll probably get cracking on in the next video, which, well, I'm going in for dinner. I'm going to come out here and keep going, but it'll be a part 3 for you guys. It doesn't look like much has happened in this one. Hopefully the next one will get a fair bit more done. Thanks for watching if you stuck it out. It's a bit boring at the moment. It'll get really interesting once we start putting it in the car and seeing if we can get the ECU to turn on and connect to the laptop and put a tune in and see how we go, see if it can run. Anyway, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe so you can see the rest of this build and notifications in your subscription list, and throw a comment if you got any questions or advice for the channel or whatnot. But yeah, until then, I'll see you guys on the next one.